Double setback for the Aam Aadmi Party. ED summons Arvind Kejriwal in the Delhi liquor policy case. Top court rejects Manish Sisodia's bail plea. Maratha quota fire singes NCP MLA. NCP MLA's house in Beed set on fire by protesters. Maharashtra government to take up special committee's report on the quota demands on Tuesday. Prohibitory orders invoked in Beed. As the National Capital chokes amid pollution spike, Punjab sees a 740% increase in farm fires, with over 1,000 cases recorded in a day. NASA's Worldview satellite has captured the stubble burning incidents in Punjab between October 25th and 29th. Kerala Chief Minister dismisses any larger conspiracy in the serial blast case. Says the attack at the convention centre was carried out by a disgruntled member of the Christian sect that organised the event. Tribunal rules in favour of Tata Motors in the Shingur case, asks Bengal government to pay a massive sum of 766 crores as compensation for loss over capital investments. Our top story, double trouble for Aam Aadmi Party. Just hours after Supreme Court refused to grant bail to former Delhi Deputy CM Manish Sisodia, now the Enforcement Directorate has summoned Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in the Delhi liquor policy case. Remember, CBI had questioned Kejriwal back in April, but this move is significant as the agencies have told court that they have established a money trail of 338 crores.
जैसा कि खबर आ रही है कि अब केंद्र सरकार की ईडी ने दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री श्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को समन भेजा है 2 तारीख का। इससे ये बात साफ हो जाती है कि केंद्र सरकार का एक ही मकसद है, किसी तरीके से आम आदमी पार्टी को खत्म कर देना, और इसके लिए वो कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ रहे। किसी तरीके से कैसे भी फर्जी केस बना के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को जेल में बंद किया जाए और आम आदमी पार्टी को खत्म किया जाए।
मनीष सिसोदिया की जमानत याचिका रद्द होने के झटके से आम आदमी पार्टी अभी उबरी भी नहीं थी कि एक और समस्या, और शायद सबसे बड़ी समस्या अब उसके सामने आकर खड़ी हो गई है। दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल को एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट, प्रवर्तन निदेशालय यानी ईडी ने नोटिस भेज दिया है और पूछताछ के लिए बुला लिया है। गुरुवार 2 नवंबर सुबह 11 बजे अरविंद केजरीवाल को पूछताछ के लिए ईडी ने अपने दफ्तर बुलाया है। यह पूछताछ दिल्ली की नई शराब नीति में भ्रष्टाचार के मामले में ही ईडी कर रही है और मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल को पहली बार इस पूछताछ में शामिल होने के लिए बुलाया है। आपको पता ही है कि सोमवार सुबह में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने आम आदमी पार्टी के दूसरे सबसे बड़े नेता और दिल्ली के पूर्व डिप्टी सीएम मनीष सिसोदिया की जमानत याचिका रद्द कर दी थी, और सोमवार को रात होते होते यह भी खबर आ गई कि अब मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जो हैं उनको ईडी ने पूछताछ के लिए नोटिस भेज दिया है। और इसको आम आदमी पार्टी यह आरोप लगा रही है कि केंद्र सरकार किसी भी सूरत पर आम आदमी पार्टी को खत्म करना चाहती है और केंद्र सरकार की कोशिश है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार किया जाए जिससे कि आम आदमी पार्टी खत्म की जा सके। देश में शायद पहली बार ही होगा कि एक सिटिंग सीएम को एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट ने पूछताछ के लिए बुला लिया हो। इससे पहले सीबीआई अलग अलग मामलों में हमने देखा है कि सिटिंग चीफ मिनिस्टर को पूछताछ के लिए बुलाती रही है। खुद अरविंद केजरीवाल को दिल्ली की नई शराब नीति में भ्रष्टाचार के मामले में 16 अप्रैल को सीबीआई ने पूछताछ के लिए बुलाया था। लेकिन जिस तरह से बीजेपी के नेता लगातार ये कह रहे हैं कि ये जो शराब नीति थी इसमें जो भ्रष्टाचार हुआ है ये इसमें और सारे कर्ता धर्ता जो हैं वो अरविंद केजरीवाल ही हैं, और इन सब के बाद में जो पहले गिरफ्तारियां हुई हैं अगला नंबर या आखिर में अरविंद केजरीवाल की ही गिरफ्तारी होनी है। तो उसके बाद से लगातार ये अटकलें तब भी लग रही थी 16 अप्रैल को जब मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल सीबीआई के दफ्तर गए थे, और जब तक वो आ नहीं गए पूछताछ के बाद से तब तक ये अटकलें लगती रही थी। और उसके बाद से अभी तक 16 अप्रैल को सीबीआई ने पूछताछ की थी, उसके बाद से अभी तक इस मामले में कम से कम मुख्यमंत्री के मोर्चे पर कोई खास एक्टिविटी नजर नहीं आई थी। ऐसा लग रहा था कि शायद सीबीआई को कुछ इसमें नहीं मिल रहा है या और कुछ डेवलपमेंट इस केस में नहीं हो रहा है। लेकिन एक तरफ मनीष सिसोदिया की जमानत याचिका दिन में रद्द हुई और अब शाम होते होते ईडी का नोटिस भी अब मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल को आ गया है। तो इस नोटिस के साथ और अब जब तक उनसे पूछताछ नहीं हो जाती और वो वापस नहीं आ जाते तब तक ये अटकलें अब जरूर चलती रहेंगी कि क्या अब अरविंद केजरीवाल भी गिरफ्तार होने वाले हैं। क्या ईडी एक सिटिंग चीफ मिनिस्टर को, आज तक देश के इतिहास में कभी नहीं हुआ कि एक सिटिंग चीफ मिनिस्टर को गिरफ्तार कर लिया जाए, क्या अब ऐसा होने वाला है? 2 नवंबर को इसी बात पर नजर रहेगी और उससे पहले लगातार इस पर चर्चा चलती रहेगी। शरद शर्मा, एनडीटीवी मीडिया।
Another one of our top stories, Kerala Chief Minister dismisses any larger conspiracy in the serial blast case, says the attack at the Kerala Convention Centre was carried out by a disgruntled member of the Christian sect that organised the event. Pratibha Raman reports.
12-year-old Libina, who was admitted at Ernakulam Government Medical College in Kerala at 9:51 a.m. on Sunday, lost her life post-midnight. She'd suffered 95% burns and is the third casualty after the blast at the convention center, which hosted a prayer meet of the fringe Christian sect Jehovah's Witnesses. 50 others injured in the triple blast are being treated for burn wounds at the hospital.
Yesterday we had around about 35 people getting admitted with first degree, second degree burns. Most of them had burn marks in their foot and hands.
There were 3 blasts that took place one after the other at Kalamassery's Zamra International Convention Centre. According to eyewitnesses, the first one took place at 9:38 a.m. right at the centre of the hall when around 2,500 people had gathered and were intently praying with their eyes closed. The other 2 were less intense and took off at the doors.
About 9:40, there was a blast. And after that, all people, about 2,300, more than 2,300 people were there. I helped so many people to make.
Kerala CM Pinarayi Vijayan has declared that it was one man, Dominic Martin, a disgruntled member of the group who carried out the attack all by himself. Vijayan has threatened legal action after Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar had alleged that the state government was not taking stern action against communal elements.
If you continue to pander to those radical elements by allowing Hamas, if that organization's head is allowed to come to Kerala through video and address a group of people with his radical ideology, there is certainly something very wrong. Instead of helping the youth come into mainstream, you are instead throwing them again into the cesspool of radicalism by allowing them to engage with and allowing the Hamas to engage with these youth.
അന്വേഷണവുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ മാർട്ടിൻ സമ്മതിച്ച കാര്യങ്ങളുണ്ട്, അതിപ്പോൾ പുറത്തു വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇതിൽ മറ്റെന്തെങ്കിലും മാനമുണ്ടോ എന്ന കാര്യവും സ്വാഭാവികമായും അന്വേഷണ ഏജൻസി പരിശോധിക്കും.
When an IED can find its way into the center, security lapses need to be looked into. When innocent lives are being played with, political bickering takes center stage. With camera person Kumar, Pratibha Raman in Kochi for NDTV.
News now from the national capital, and Delhi residents continue to breathe poison as the city saw another spike in AQI levels today. This just after Punjab reported over 1,000 farm fire cases in a single day.
Delhi is back to breathing poison. This time much ahead of the usual pollution peak closer to Diwali. The capital's air quality has spiked to very poor levels, which experts describe as a public health emergency. The air quality panel's emergency measures have failed to purify the air.
ग्रैब 4 एक बहुत एक्सट्रीम स्टेप है, 450 जो है जिसको हम इमरजेंसी की एक सिचुएशन कहते हैं. तो प्रयासों से ये जरूर संभव हो पाया है कि 450 वाली स्टेज पिछले साल नहीं आई, जो कि पिछले सालों में कभी होती थी और जिसमें बहुत एक सीवियर या एक कह लीजिए कि एक बहुत डिफिकल्ट तरह के जो रिस्ट्रिक्शंस हैं, जैसे जिसमें मतलब ट्रकों की एंट्री बैन होनी, बसों का आना बंद होना, उस तरह से बहुत सारे स्कूल्स बंद हो जाने, तो वो सिचुएशंस में पिछले साल काफी कमी आई है. स्टेज 4 हमें लगाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी.
Capital skies turning smoky as Punjab fields begin to turn black. In just 24 hours, there has been an over 700% increase in instances of stubble burning in Punjab.
Here's an image from a few days back on the 25th. The red dots are areas where there are farm fires. Let's move on. Let's take a look at the farm fire situation on the 26th on this particular day. As you can see, clustering of red dots indicating many more fires. On the 27th, and this is interesting, there are a significant number of fires, as you can see, lower than the previous day. But on the 28th, this is day before yesterday, there is in fact a sharp decrease. You can see that there are not as many red dots over there. But now look at the situation yesterday. And this is a crisis. As many as 1,068 fires being recorded and visible here, farm fires across large parts of the state.
Delhi's right to healthy air violated yet again.
The AQI levels deteriorate or AQI levels rise, then they start experiencing these problems very often. And most of the patients these days are coming with complaints of watering from the eyes, nasal congestion, cold, cough.
So far, there appears to be no respite from Delhi's pollution emergency. Bureau Report, NDTV.
Welcome back. Now in Uttar Pradesh, a former BJP MP lost his son in the biggest government hospital in Lucknow due to lack of beds. The grieving father sat on a protest in the emergency ward of the hospital with his son's dead body. My colleague Tanishq Punjabi reports.
A former member of parliament from Uttar Pradesh's Banda district sat on this protest right outside the emergency ward of Lucknow's biggest government hospital, the SGPGI. 41-year-old Prakash Mishra, the son of ex-BJP MP Bhairav Mishra, was suffering from a kidney ailment. At around 11 p.m., Bhairav Mishra took his son to the emergency ward of the SGPGI. According to the former MP, there was no bed available and the emergency medical officer did nothing to help. His son passed away shortly. Bhairav Mishra sat on a protest right outside the emergency ward with his son's body.
बेटा तो बच्चा गया है, लेकिन आगे इनकी कान खड़े हो जाएंगे और भविष्य में और लोगों को चीजों में बैठ गया तो रात में चीजों को ही आता था, सबका ट्रीटमेंट शुरू रहता था। 20-25 लोगों का इलाज हुआ मेरे बैठने पे वहाँ। जब मैं धरने में बैठा था तो सभी शिकायत कर रहे थे कि नहीं इसका रूट व्यवहार है, बहुत खराब व्यवहार है इस व्यक्ति का। तो मैंने फिर वहाँ डायरेक्टर से भी कहा था, तो डायरेक्टर मेरे सामने तो ये उसने ऑर्डर कर दिया था कि इसको मेरे जो अधिकार हुए मैं जांच कर रहा हूँ, इनको मैं थोड़ा हटा देता हूँ पूरे स्टाफ को यहाँ से।
और डॉक्टर जो वहाँ पर ड्यूटी पे थे उनसे भी बात हुई तो डॉक्टर ने ये कहा कि हमारे पास बेड नहीं है, आईसीयू का केस लगता है तो आईसीयू में लेके जाइए, आईसीयू का हम अरेंज करते हैं। अब पता नहीं वो क्या अरेंज कर रहे थे नहीं कर रहे थे, ये तो कहना बड़ा मुश्किल है इस समय। लेकिन इस बीच में जो है सीरियस तो थे ही, लेकिन उनकी डेथ हो गई।
डॉक्टर पे आरोप लगा करके समस्या का समाधान नहीं हो सकता। इसका कोई जिम्मेदार अगर है तो मुख्यमंत्री खुद जिम्मेदार हैं। आखिरकार उन्होंने पर्याप्त बजट क्यों नहीं दिया अस्पताल को?
ये दुखद घटना है मैंने बताया और हम उसमें दुख जाहिर करने के लिए आए, मामले की जांच कराएंगे, जिन लोगों ने लापरवाही की है कार्रवाई करेंगे।
A former BJP MP sat on a protest. A high-level committee was formed. Opposition raised its voice and the government also took action. But the question here lies, what would have happened if there was a common man instead of a former BJP MP? With Salahuddin in Banda, Rajesh Gupta in Lucknow, Tanishq Punjabi for NDTV.
The Vice-Chancellor of Vishwa Bharati University has written a letter with politically loaded statements to the Bengal Chief Minister. The letter, which is about a road that's in possession of the state government and passes through the ashram area of Shantiniketan, has several political statements. The Chief Minister had earlier hit out over a plaque that had the names of the Prime Minister and the Vice-Chancellor, but Tagore's name was missing.
आज शांतिनिकेतन अगर यूनेस्को का हेरिटेज मिला तो रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर के लिए मिला। यस, set up, he is the creator of Shantiniketan and Vishwa Bharati. उनका नाम हटा दिया, खाली पूजा था, हम लोग चुपचाप डाइजेस्ट किया।
Vishwa Bharati University administration versus Bengal government rages on. In a strongly worded letter, the Vice-Chancellor hit back at the Mamata government for her criticism. Making it a full-blown political battle, the VC brought in the arrest of TNC ministers and the Mahua Moitra controversy. In the letter, the Vice-Chancellor explained that the university needed to follow ASI instructions while preparing the plaque. He asked the Chief Minister to be magnanimous, pointing out that she is as much a Chief Minister of her loyalists as well as those who are not sycophants. Attacking the TMC, the Vice-Chancellor added that Mamata's most vocal Member of Parliament is under investigation by the Parliamentary Ethics Committee. He further went on to add that the Prime Minister is the Chancellor and his role in getting this World Heritage tag cannot be measured.
विश्व भारती का वाइस चांसलर का जो चिट्ठी का जो लैंग्वेज है वो एक फोर्थ ग्रेडेड भाजपा कैडर का जैसा बात वो कर रहे हैं वो मेंटली ठीक नहीं है उनका ट्रीटमेंट जरूरत है.
Surprisingly, even the local BJP isn't backing the Vice Chancellor.
दिल्ली में जो रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर को सब लोग रिस्पेक्ट करता है और विश्व भारती का साथ रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर का सब है. तो रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर का बंगाल का लोग पॉलिटिक्स के ऊपर रिस्पेक्ट करता है. उसको रिकॉग्नाइजेशन प्रॉपर्ली हो जाना चाहिए.
Rabindranath Tagore's name does not figure in the newly put up plaques at Shantiniketan, and Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has called for corrective action and removal of these controversial plaques. But the Vice-Chancellor's politically worded letter has led to a full-blown political storm, and critics of Bidyut Chakrabarti are questioning whether he deserves an extension as Vice-Chancellor of Tagore's Vishwa Bharati. With camera person G.D. Shankar in Kolkata, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
And finally, for a Bengali, fuchka is the ultimate street food delight. And now the flavors of fuchka have reached New York. Take a look at this report.
I'm standing before one of the most famous Bengali food trucks in Queens, New York City. Mr. Naeem Khanderkar owns this food truck and says that he was the first one to bring fuchkas to the United States.
When I see it was a closed door, I somehow God gave me the power to open it, and Alhamdulillah lots of people are making their living through this. I did it everything by myself. I have no relatives, no family here, nobody. So if I can do that, they can do that too. That's the inspiration they get.
Inspired by Mr. Khanderkar's idea, many fuchka trucks have opened up on the very same street, and Mr. Khanderkar couldn't be happier about it.
All the cart, all the people you see here, most of them, all of them, especially here, all of them, all here, learn here, and I teach them because my dream is not to keep the business in me and money, right? My business is to spread, my business is to know people. So when I see somebody opening a new store, that makes me feel sort of, it's not proud but satisfaction, I get the inner satisfaction.
How did you find out about this food truck?
There were quite a few reviews on YouTube. Some of these persons that I followed suggested this. There was a local guide who recommended.
Do you like coming here a lot?
Of course, I do. I bring my friends too.
And why do you like coming here?
It's the spices from back home and the authentic taste that you get. That's why we come back.
Mr. Khanderkar's truck might be popular today, but things were different when he first started.
Every successful person you will ask, in their journey, there will be something that is not easy. And that 99% or more people fail to, jump and move forward through that problem. I had so much problem. First of all, the people around me, they never tell me that it's gonna run because they didn't see before, right? And some people who knew me very well, they told me, Naeem, are you gonna do this? You're gonna sell the street food like in the street? It's not gonna run. This is not happening. Why people will buy your fuchka or this is street food or other food in $6 when they can buy rice? This is not the food people every day gonna eat. All their thoughts may give me more power, more inspiration. I took it. They give me some negative thoughts, but I took it as a positive. And I walked through that. There were so many nights I couldn't sleep. I remember first 17 nights I slept for only 3 hours. And even when I was eating, I was sleep like this, like a baby. And how I woke up? Because my body care couldn't hold me. My soul pushed me that my dream is bigger than my rest, body and sleep.
Today, Mr. Khanderkar is very happy with how far he has come. He plans to open up more stalls and trucks to bring Bengali food to as many people as possible. With that being said, I'm going to go try his fuchkas for the very first time. This was Nandini Gupta reporting from Queens, New York for NDTV.